Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, doing a review of the Corsair A500 CPU air cooler. Currently in my system, I have the Master Liquid ML240L. Haven't been exactly happy with it. So we're going to kind of compare air versus liquid. So, that being said, let's get that out of the way. First of all, let's take a look at this thing. It's a very beefy cooler. It has got technically 4 heat pipes, but they wrap basically from here down through the cold plate and then right back up. So, beauty part is this thing even came with a screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver. So, just in case you don't have the screwdriver, if you built your own computer, you should have had one, but if not, well. But it also happens to be the right length. Once you pop this cover off, it allows you access to the screws to be able to mount it to the mounting hardware. And the screwdriver is perfect length to reach and turn the screws. So, but yeah, so 4 overall heat pipes, but they kind of act like a total of 8 because of the way they go through the cold plate. It's got the thermal paste pre-applied. I'm not going to take the little plastic cover off, but I will take the foam off to show that it's in a little grid pattern. I don't know if you guys can see that, but a little bit of a grid pattern on for the pre-applied thermal paste. So it also, in the box of accessories, comes with instruction booklet for both Intel and AMD, mounting hardware for Intel, and mounting hardware for AMD. Also comes with an extra little tube of XTM50 thermal paste, a splitter for the fans, and 3 zip ties. So basically everything you need in order to make this work. Now, as far as AMD, as for AM3, AM2, FM2, and FM1, as well as AM4. So they got you covered on AMD. As far as Intel, it looks like they got for 1150X and which basically would be like 1155, 1151, plus LGA 20XX, which, you know, I'm not an Intel expert, so I don't know. I've never really built an Intel system. Had a couple, but they were old, so I am more of an AMD fan. So those will not be needed. Put those right back in the box. So I will be comparing thermals from the ML240L to the A500. I did already do the thermals on the ML240L, but I'll wait until at the end of the video to go into the thermals on this. Now, the one cool thing about this cooler is you can take the fans off the cooler by just sliding them off. And then if you need to replace the fans, just unscrew the screws from here, take the fan out of the mounting bracket, and put in whatever fan you see fit. Kind of like I did with my ML240L. I took and put Thermaltake fans because they are better suited for oh crap, what am I thinking? Better suited for static pressure. They're static pressure optimized. So, which from the looks of it, these fans are static pressure optimized. So they are the ML120 fans from Corsair. Maglev bearings, which means you don't have to worry about short life expectancy. That's one of the reasons why I had to replace the fans on that Cooler Master AIO, is because the bearings in the fans suck. I didn't find that out until a while after using them. So these Maglev fans should last a lot longer. So I may replace them later with the RGB fans, just to, you know, add to the overall blinginess of my computer. But yeah, I like this brushed metal look to this cover plate. That is nice. Now, believe it or not, right now you can get this on Newegg for an insane cost. It is currently $47.99 at the making of this video. Normally it's $100 on Newegg, but also there is a $20 mail-in rebate. All you gotta do is print off a copy of your invoice, basically meaning your receipt, and cut the UPC off the bottom of the box, and fill out the rebate form, mail it in, and you will get a $20, I think it's like a Visa or MasterCard prepaid debit card type of thing. And I don't know how long it takes because I have yet to send it in, but I just got this, so. But I did notice though that the last time I checked, this is January 2nd. Last time I checked, Newegg is still running this on sale, so you'll have to check with Newegg yourself. But yep, let's take a pause here for a moment, get this system broke down, and I will show you how simple this is from the looks of it. I've said that before, but I'll hopefully show the simplicity of how this gets installed. Because I did notice you should be able to mount it onto the computer, onto the processor, without taking the fans off. And the other nice thing is I noticed, because you can slide these up, you can actually adjust them for height for RAM. So if you got tall RAM, you can actually fit this in and not have it interfere with the RAM height. So of course you lose some of your cooling potential if, say for example, you've got it like that, so some of the air is going to come over, but you know, small price to pay. But yeah, hopefully it will fit in that system. So of course that's going in the Corsair 4000D Airflow. So, but yep, let's take a pause, get that system broke down, and that installed. Okay, got the old cooler out. Need to retain the AMD backing plate. Take your AM4 mounting hardware out. Take the AM3, put it off to the side. All you need is these AM4 spacers. These mounting plates. I don't know if you can see those, but they're just, you know, mounting plates for the side. Just somehow hold the bracket in place on the back. Nice thing is, with it upright like this, it will kind of hold itself. So, and of course you look in the booklet for the AMD side of things, midway through the book, and it tells you to, of course, take the pre-existing backplate apart with the little AMD plastic brackets. Got to take those off. And then you are going to put the spacers on. Spacer on. I almost want to think. Some of these look a little conical. Not comical. Conical. Like cone-shaped. Slightly cone-shaped. I don't think it really matters. So, hold the back plate on there, put that on there, put that on there. Hopefully get those little punks to stay put. You son of a... Alright, guess we figured out which way the screws have to go. Now, I'm going to get these mounted on, then I'll come back. Okay, we now have mounting brackets. As you can see, you mount them in that way, and so that way you gotta go for the widest holes on these brackets, but they're mounted in. You gotta make sure you don't over tighten. You just want to make them snug. You don't want to go cranking down on them. You just snug them up. Now we're going to add in, and just prove that you can mount this with the fans on. I'm going to leave the fans on, but I'm going to plug in the fan splitter first while I've got access to that fan header. So they give you a nice long splitter. You just plug it in where it says CPU fan, all plugged in. Route that. Yeah. Somehow I'm just gonna set it off to the side for the time being, so it's out of the way. Now we take the fans, or we'll take the cooler, I mean. We will remove that plate, the access plate, and now we will okay. I want to make sure I get this lined up properly so I'm not messing up the thermal paste. This would be a lot easier if I didn't have the damn graphics card. Oh, okay. Kind of like you see in NASCAR, where they slap the wheel on with the impact gun. Screw it a little bit down on the one side. Go to the other side, screw it a little bit down. So this way you're putting even pressure on. Not so much to hurt the processor, but you don't want to hurt the motherboard. You just tighten it down. I'm guessing this is going to be like a lot of CPU coolers. Once it bottoms out, you're done. Good thing I got the light on the camera. And again, just you want to snug it up. There you go. Now see, I'm leaving the zip tie, or not the zip ties, but the twist ties on the fan cables. So that way, you just simply, come on, plug in, you son of a, there we go. Got one plugged in, and we got number 2 plugged in. I'll do a better job of cable management later because I got some other stuff to do to my system, but for the time being, we stuff that down there like that. With it being where it is, and this thing being so big, it's going to be hard to see those cables. Now we put the decorative plate back on, put our system back together, hook it all back up, and run benchmarks so we can compare the old cooler to the new cooler. So, I'll be back. Okay, well, there you guys have it. Cooler's in the case. Now, a few things to discuss on this. It is considerably noisier than the AIO, but given the fact that I replaced the fans with Thermaltake ring LED fans that naturally run quiet to begin with, and of course, you know, once in a great while you'd hear the pump. But with that being said, it does run noisier. It is a little less noisy now that I went in and played with the case fan control. But I ran the test the exact same way, straight out of the box, the way my case was set up. So with the AIO, it was running about 74 degrees. With the air cooler, the Corsair air cooler, it was running about 73 degrees. That was over the course of 3 tests. So, yeah, and of course, you know, I've got Ryzen Master going, and that was how I was monitoring temperatures, and was able to monitor the core speed across all cores. And with the AIO, it was running about 4,090-ish average. With the air cooler, it's running about 4.1, you know, 4,100. So, and apparently once I went in and fixed the fan curve on the case fans, it did get quieter, and it's actually running just a touch cooler. It's running around, you know, high 72s, maximum of 73, whereas actually at one hottest point on the AIO it was like 74.25, and hottest on the air cooler 73.02. So it's margin of error at best. Would I recommend this? If you want the security of an air cooler where the only thing that can go wrong is the fan dies, yeah, I'd recommend this. You want cool and quiet? Well, it ain't much cooler, but which, given the name that it's Cooler Master, you would think, well, that'd be great at cooling, but not so much. But again, margin of error. Yeah, I did notice that the thermal paste didn't spread as well as I would have liked. I will run further tests on that later, but yeah, I mean, it was even thermal paste spreading on this cooler, so that may be the cause of the margin of error. I don't know. Could be the fact that I put the different fans on and it's doing differently than the stock fans that came with it. I don't know, but the way I had it set up versus this new way, this is how it's doing. So, and I ran Cinebench R23, which now has where you can run it for 10 minutes at a time per test. So, and that's what I did. I ran it three tests, 10 minutes each, and came up with the scores. This is the way I wrote it down, if you can see it. Damn it, focus. Come on. Well, either way. So, next video, I'm going to be testing out whether or not, well, you'll just have to tune in. So, remember to like the video, share it. Well, you know the rest. See you guys in the next video.